Does anyone know what the leading cause of teen death aside from unrelated accidents is?
Suicide?
Yes, unfortunately that is correct. Suicide is a major cause of death in North America and is rising to the top 3 globally. This has hit even our small community in the past decade. Everyone knows someone who has been hit by mental illness, some hard enough to commit suicide. Whether it's a friend, family member, or mere acquaintance, we want to help, but we may sometimes feel helpless to do so. What I want to get across in this presentation is how you can make a positive impact on the crisis. My name is Katie Cross, and for my presentation, I researched and tested various ways to reduce anxiety and depression. It is so devastating when we see people struggle with illnesses like these all the time, so I wanted to learn how we can make a difference. 8 in 10 Americans say they experience stress frequently or sometimes in their daily lives. Everyone gets stressed sometimes, but with such a high rate of people experiencing stress so often, a change should be made. Most people cope with it by ignoring it or busying themselves in their work. The word is finally spreading, but there is nothing to be ashamed of. Although awareness is increasing and treatment options are also increasing, in order to fully influence this crisis, it works best to positively change someone's physical lifestyle. Healthy eating, volunteering, exercise, and sleeping for longer and meditating can all reduce stress, increase focus, and lead to a happier life. For my research, I researched various aspects that could have a positive effect on mental health. The first aspect I looked into was healthy eating. For my community connection, I interviewed professional dietitian Tracy Komoric. She told me that those who have an increased diet of sugar can develop bacteria in their gut, which can lead to moodiness and make them more prone to depression. She said that to prevent these habits, eating a diet high in protein, produce, and greens can help. She also told me that there is a very strong connection between food and mood. She suggests eating cashews and high amounts of fruits and vegetables that can actually reverse depression. I then researched the effects of sleep on mental illness. Someone who is anxious will have trouble sleeping, and then they'll be more anxious because they didn't sleep well the last night. This is a never-ending cycle unless a proper sleep schedule is put into place. Although this is difficult to do as a teenager, implementing an adequate sleep schedule can really positively affect someone's mental health. I then researched exercise. Exercise can distract someone from negative thoughts, increase their self-confidence, help them sleep longer, and decrease the symptoms associated with anxiety and depression. It can also give someone a sense of control over their body and their life. The final aspect I looked into was volunteering. Although it seems unlikely, helping others is often one of the best ways to help oneself. Imagine how great you'll feel knowing your actions directly help someone stay warm, stay healthy, build confidence, beat loneliness, or any of the other thousands of results your volunteer actions can have. You'll soon find that your own self-esteem and confidence begins to grow. I spent the majority of my project time researching various meditation techniques and analyzing their effects on stress. I looked at progressive meditation, Kundalini yoga meditation, mindfulness meditation, and breathing meditation. The main one I focused on was breathing meditation. It can be done anywhere and anytime. The user simply focuses on their breathing. I wanted to create concrete findings to see if there actually was a connection between stress and meditation. So I turned the qualitative variable of stress into a quantitative variable by creating a 1 to 10 scale, with 1 being not feeling stressed at all and 10 being feeling super stressed. I then recorded how I felt before and after each meditation session. My final project was a report expressing the findings and conclusions based off of my personal research. This is the data for breathing meditation. I have adapted it to the empirical rule, which is a way to compare percentages of data based on the mean and standard deviation. I used the data I collected from the first half of the semester to create this. The numbers represent the number of stress levels this type of meditation can possibly lower your stress by. The graph shows that it is most likely for the data to fall between 1 and -1 standard deviation, which means that if any given person were to test out breathing meditation, it is likely that it would lower their stress levels from 1.25 to 2.5. I also found that it is extremely rare, less than 1%, for breathing meditation to not lower a given person's stress at all. This shows that there definitely is a relationship between reducing stress and meditating. I also found that there is a direct statistical relationship between relieving stress and practicing the other various ways of living a healthier lifestyle. Imagine how much less stress someone would be if they implemented all of these into their life. Exercise, healthy eating, volunteering, proper sleep, and meditation can all completely change someone's life for the better. But you don't have to imagine. If it's so easy to do, why not start now? Thank you.
Nice.
Does anyone have any questions?
That always sounds so funny.